Okay. All right. Are you ready? Are you excited?
I'm always excited to talk about how this all began because it's just truly a very powerful, inspiring story that, needs to be told. And it's just really interesting, really.
All right. So let's dive into it. Where did stored goodness start? Why did stored goodness start?
Store goodness started from me being sick. Okay. In 2021, July of 2021, I got sick with COVID pneumonia. and and I went down fairly quickly. I found that I had COVID pneumonia that last week of July. In August, I went completely down. Um, Everybody thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. I struggled to breathe for 30 days. Um, while in the midst of that, I'm praying that, because I have 5 kids of my own, and I'm just like, man, God, just please don't let my kids get sick, because to not be able to talk, to not be able to keep up with your hygiene or anything like that, because I couldn't get up, I couldn't walk, because I couldn't breathe. Okay. In the midst of, so in August, I struggled to breathe that whole time. Um, and then while I started to recover, because I started praying for myself, something was like, you know what, Toya, you're praying for everybody else. Why don't you start praying for yourself? And as I started to do that, I gradually started to get better. It was a very slow process. I couldn't go back to school. I was in nursing school. I was a year and a half away from having my bachelor's in nursing. I couldn't go back to work. At that time, I was working as a chronic care manager, because I couldn't speak. I couldn't talk to the patients that I had to take care of. So, in the midst of that year that I was off of work, um, in November of 2021, as I was slowly getting back around, I was reading a devotional book, and this thought came into my head and said, start a nonprofit. And in my mind's just like, what? I don't know how to do that. And so as I started down this is when the journey began, right? And I do feel like that because my life was spared, and the fact that I'm still here right now is because I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now. So it's different when you're walking in purpose. I can definitely say that I am walking in purpose. This is the reason why that I'm still here. And when I say I tried to go back into the medical field and nothing was working out for me at all. Like, people were being mean to me. I'm just like, what's wrong with these people? Like, I'm nice to you. Like, why are you being mean to me? And I've always been a person where I was able to always keep a job, a steady job. It was never a ebb and flow type thing for me. But this time it was God getting me ready to let go of the 9 to 5, because it just wasn't working anymore. I had to make a decision. Either you're going to go all in with this organization, or you're going to go back to what you used to do, right? And so that's how that's how it all started, was from me being on my deathbed and coming back from that, and God showing me, hey, this is why you're here, because we all have a purpose here on this earth while we're here, right? We all have a job or a mission that we're supposed to do, right? And we all have gifts that we naturally have, right? And so that's how I started walking in purpose. I had to go through pretty much a rebirth in a sense, because when I say I thought and everybody else thought that I was going to die, like, I seriously thought I was going to die.
So I love that story, but I'm very curious because when you come out of something like that, you can do anything. You can find your purpose in 1,000 different ways. And even the name that you chose, stored goodness, that extra that we have inside to be able to give, that God has to give to us, that could still go in so many ways. So I know that you focus on helping community with several different things, from food security, financial security, like help with bills and utilities and things, basic needs, education. What made you drawn to want to develop something for like these needs, and how did you decide how to put them together?
So it all stemmed back from I was in a very good place financially, and what it was is showing people how I got from where I came from to where I am now. So I know what it feels like to not have no food. I know what it feels like to live paycheck to paycheck. I know what it feels like to have to go out and use all these services that I'm offering individuals, the financial assistance, the pantry, and all these things. And even going to school, I was in school for a very long time. I have a couple of degrees, under my belt. So it was me offering these programs that I've already had experience in that got me to where I am currently right now, and just offering these different programs within the organization, because you have to go through and use some of these things to even kind of figure out what it is that your niche is, what is it that you're good at. So by offering the information with the educational resources, with providing individuals about different trade schools, and well, different trades they can acquire, and then different things as far as like enrolling into college and what that looks like, just helping individuals with that, because by trial and error with the educational side of it, you'll figure out what you genuinely like to do. When I was growing up, I experienced all these things, and I had been running from that, for a long time. Like, I don't want to, I experienced it as a kid, and I definitely did not want to experience that as an adult. And then with me having kids, and how it was for me as a kid experiencing that, I did not want my kids to experience the same thing. So, and another thing was, when you go to get help from different organizations, you have to have a cutoff notice. And it's just like, why do I have to have a cutoff notice to get help? You know what I mean? That sucks, And so that's one aspect that I took out of the equation when dealing with the financial assistance. You do not have to have a cutoff notice to get financial assistance from us. Because again, regardless of what level that you're on, everybody needs help from time to time, you know.
Absolutely.
So, yes.
So that's like the almost perfect lead in to the next thing that I was curious about. I would like to know. And perfect. That is, so about a year that you have been actually like reaching out and helping people within the community. So
Right.
across that time, I have two questions for you. Like, about how many people do you feel like you have helped? And are there any that you can like think of that really struck a chord that you maybe want to share a little bit about, as to how the organization found them and how you were able to help them?
So last year we did a total of 5 events. We did 2 community resource mixers, a backpack giveaway. We fed the homeless, and then we did a toy giveaway. And so in within those 5 events, and then we also had our monthly food program going on last year as well, we were able to help over 800 individuals in the course of last year. And so one thing that I can say that really touched my heart is at the toy giveaway. because I've had to use the angel tree in the past and things like that. And so just walking this walk, right? And so since now I'm on the other side of it and now I'm the one giving away toys to the kiddos, I thought a great aspect of it would be giving the parents a gift, okay? Because it's stressful around Christmas and everybody's worried about the kids. And it's just like, what about the parents? The parents, you know what I mean? Let's do something for the parents. And so that is one thing that I added in. So when we did the toy giveaway, I had a lady there, Jen, since I had bought candles for the parents in attendance. And so before we even started giving stuff to the kiddos, the parents got a gift first. And the feedback that I got from that, some of the parents broke down and started crying because it was something that they did not expect, but just the thought that somebody thought about the parents, because that's stressful for us, and the fact that somebody thought about us, it touched a lot of people's hearts. And so they were the first ones to get their gift, and then the kiddos got a chance to go pick out the gifts that they wanted, instead of just getting some toys together and putting a kid's name on it. I don't like to waste things, so it's just like, let's just lay the toys out. Let's let the kiddos pick a toy. And so they're actually getting something that they want. And we're not assuming, hey, we're just going to give this kid this. No, you're going to come in, the parents got a gift, and then the children got a chance to go and pick out their own toy. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that story. I love it. Um, as as a mom who was a single parent for almost 7 years of two children of her own, yes, I absolutely can resonate with that entire story. If
Yeah.
there was one other thing that you just wanted, needed, hoped to share with other people who are learning about stored goodness and might be interested in either helping out, either through volunteering time, maybe volunteering money, or maybe taking advantage of some of the services. What would you share with them? And then after that, tell us how we can connect with you for different things.
So, as far as what would I share with them about the organization? I mean, this organization is founded by a person who has walked in the shoes of the individuals that I am helping. I understand the the culture, one, and then also the community that I'm helping. The community that we're in and where we do our events at is a community that I grew up in. So it's not coming, this organization understands the individuals that they're helping. It's just going to hit different over here because you're not dealing with, a corporation that's coming in and just planting some things down and not really have experienced the things that the individuals that they're serving, right? This organization has walked in these individual shoes, and so it hits different, and I genuinely want to help individuals that are in need, you know and so I just feel like, because of the substance and the way that this organization came into existence, and then the fact that I've been placed in this position, it's just an organization like no other. It's one of one, Maggie. And I'm super excited for what's to come. Super excited. And if anybody can resonate with the things that I've said, and can relate, it's just like, come out and volunteer for us, or just give, and just understand that it's going back into the community that we're serving. Now, we are based in North Tulsa, but that's not the only individuals that we help. We help everybody. It's just my sweet spot is the north side because of Tulsa, because that's where I grew up at, right? So
So So let me ask you this, because this is something that I feel like is really important for me, but it's also something that I get people who question me on sometimes. So when I am talking to people, because I'm all about encouraging people to volunteer, because your time sometimes can be an even greater investment than what comes out of your wallet. But people have concerns about, like, well, I'm a single mom and I have kids. And if I go help, I have to bring my kids with me. Is that a problem?
No, listen, I got 5 kids plus I'm a grandma. So the things that I do are very kid friendly because, sometimes my kids have to be there or, I have a grandchild as well. So the different events that we put on is always family friendly. So you can come out and volunteer and just let your kid run around and enjoy the different things that we have out there for the kiddos. So that's it's not a problem. It's just like come volunteer and let your kids go have some fun, go jump on the Jupiter jump, go get their face painted, go enjoy some cotton candy, some candy, junk food, what kids like. All of that is there. Even when we do our backpack giveaway, if somebody wanted to volunteer for that, and then also by volunteering, you reap these benefits as well. You're welcome to whatever it is that we are offering, depending on the different event that we're doing. Like you can have whatever it is that we're offering.
Awesome. So, one of the other concerns that I get from people who are like, well, I would like to volunteer, but, right? Because everybody has that but. They have that little fear. And that's something I want to kind of see if we can help take away. There's a lot of people who have time because they have limitations, right? Whether that be mobility limitations or these kinds of things. So, what what do you have, or how could someone who may be experiencing mobility limitations be able to do as volunteers or help?
So we have several different aspects, several different elements, especially with the community resource mixer. We have several different elements available. So depending on their restrictions, whatever that looks like, we can place them in an area. So, for example, if a person is in a wheelchair, and they can't walk, right? And but they're still functioning and they can still, we could put them at the sign-in table, to greet individuals and things like that. So it kind of just depends on what that limitation is, and then putting them in a position that would work best for them, that would be comfortable for them.
Awesome. All right. Last question. So, if they are interested, and I'll share part of this too. So, if you would like to be a volunteer, I have volunteered my time and efforts to help Stored Goodness by organizing the volunteers, helping you guys make sure you get connected, making sure that you know how to find them. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing is, like, transportation sometimes is an issue for people. I have been there too. I have personal experience with that. And so helping to coordinate ride shares to be able to get to events, to help volunteer, get resources. This is something I'm going to help coordinate. So if you want to volunteer, wherever you see this video, there will be a link for you to sign up and say that you are interested in volunteering. I can find out what your needs, concerns are, and make sure that you are able to give to your community and reap the rewards that contributing and giving provides to all of us. Now, for you, Ms. Toya,
Yes.
if they are interested in maybe helping do some financial backing or be able to use some of the services, how can they get in touch with you?
In the
So,
sentimental blaze.
so it's storedgoodness.org.
Storedgoodness.org is the website that you can go to sign up. It has the intake form for people to be able to share what their needs are. And then I did not hear what you said after you were talking about going to the website. Could you share that again, please?
Right. So you can fill out the intake form if you're in need of any of our services. We have a link there if you want to become a volunteer. You can apply on the website as well. And then also you can subscribe to our newsletter. And we send out different information via email to individuals to keep them updated on the different events and the things that we are doing right now. And then also on Facebook, it's Store Goodness on Facebook. They can get on Facebook, they can send us a message, they can follow. We are also on Instagram as well. So if out of those platforms you can get in touch with us. You can send us messages through Facebook, or you can get online, and there is an option to like send us a message online as well on the website. So
strange and sweet in the sentimental bliss.